Well, well. It has happened, ladies and gentlemen. Mel Stewart, Mel Tucker has been terminated. No longer will be the head coach of the Michigan State Wolverines. And on top of all this, the team's play on the field is pretty much reflecting just that. This man was one of the highest paid coaches in college football. Built like a tank. Mel Tucker was enforceful. The players responded to him, and Michigan State broke the color barrier and gave this man an $80 million contract. Was setting the bar to let other coaches and other universities know that you can hire black coaches to large contracts. And here we are in 2023, got to defend a black man getting a contract in football, a sport that's pretty much predominantly played by 80% African American, not higher. And we don't have the ability to coach. It's just, to me, it's just buffoonery. We can remember all the plays that the coach tells us, and we can know where everyone's supposed to be on the field, positions, lineups, everything. But we're not smart enough to coach it. It's just unbelievable. Now, I want to say shouts out to everybody who's been keeping up with this whole thing. It's my first video on it because I wanted to wait to see what the results would be before I really open my mouth and start speaking on it. Now, I don't know if Kwame Brown has spoken on it before. I know Ticket has spoke on it before. Um, I think the Dreamers Pro, did he do something? I don't know. I know there's a lot of people that's been reporting on it. But being a black man in this world, in this society, you have to know that they're never going to view you equally. Okay? There's never going to be a situation, especially at Michigan State, who went through great lengths to cover up what happened with its basketball program. They went through great lengths to cover for them, and Izzo got to keep his job. To say, oh, I didn't know what was going on. Everybody knew Izzo should have been fired because he turned a blind eye to what was going on in the program. He knew, but he didn't know. And that's where it ended up. Now, here, this Brenda Taylor, or Brenda Tracy, is that her name? Brenda Tracy? Where am I getting Taylor from? But this Brenda Tracy, female, who just came out of nowhere. She was this survivor of a sexual assault, and she's got her foundation, or she's an advocate for protection for women, and you have to set the expectations, and I don't know what her expectations were, but there was a lot of activity going on between these two. When they would meet up, they would speak to each other, and right away they would chat during their meetings and everything. So what she claims is that he actually started to pleasure himself in front of the webcam when they were, you know, chatting with each other. In other words, Now, it was said that he talked about he wasn't happy in his marriage with his wife. He wasn't someone who was satisfied with where his wife is, and as far as them being together in their relationship, they got two boys. I don't know if they got a daughter or not, but I know I think they got two boys. That's what I know. But it's sad, you got the whole Tucker family up there. You have, Magic Johnson come out and support this guy. He was proud of Mel, for getting the job. And everyone said, oh, he threw away the black woman to go get the white one. So black women were mad at Mel. So this thing was going like all over the place. But to tell this woman who you're not having a sexual relationship with, that you're not happy with your wife, and start telling her personal details about your family, it just looks bad. Like, it looks so bad that it just doesn't even make sense for anybody to be making those type of statements about, you know, anything of that nature. This is your family. So to sit there and, you know, share that kind of information, dogging your wife out to someone you don't know. Well, I just never understood that type of philosophy. Well, I guess that's going to be the end of Tucker Talks on IG Live. There'll be no more Tucker Talks. He should come out and do one. Yeah, no, there's some people around here that know him, that live up here. They golf all the time. Uh, they Cub fans, Chicago Cubs fans. So, especially his boys. But that's beside the point. Yeah, he's come out here and golf with a couple of his friends that's out this way. They go to they actually go by Golf Mill Road. But that's beside the point. You run your mouth to this woman about your wife and your children, your family, and I don't know what kind of woman your wife is. She might have gave you hell or whatever. But to me, she looks way better than what you settled for, or what you was trying to settle for, or what it looked like you were settling for. Now, allegedly, he told them that this was consensual and that he didn't do all of the things she said that they did. Like, she was caught off guard, and this is not the way it should go, and like, this is bad and all this. Like, I don't want to make fun of the woman that was allegedly, getting these advances from old Mel, but This woman that was set the expectations and all of this stuff, Mel was sending her some Air Jordans. Don't ask me what year did they send the Jordans. Like which year the Jordans came out, and don't know which Jordans it was. But he sent her a pair of Jordans. He made a donation to her foundation. So my thought patterns and how everything was proceeding there is a lot different than how other people would, you know. No. I just don't. I'm really kind of shocked that he would, send this. But in my opinion, he buying her shoes, you giving her money, you doing all of this for this lady who is basically, you want to say average. This man has already just received a $6 million check. Well, not a $6 million check, but $6 million already paid out. So, he was getting paid. And you blow all this money and get fired. Now, I don't know how much of the money they have to pay him out of the contract, even in the termination. You probably have a set amount that they have to pay him regardless. But the violation of the policy probably is extended through this. Now, I believe Mel when he said this was consensual of what was going on. Now, the embarrassment the wife has been going through, the family, she probably can't go shop for groceries because the people in the neighborhood, everybody's looking at them weird now. And I wouldn't want to sleep in the bed with my wife with this going on. So, as I told people before in prior situations, we all need to learn to do things a lot better. This lust thing is going to be the end all of everything that you could think of. Because now they're going to look at it and say, okay, well, this one, you're going to have other girls that probably step up and be like, he looked at my booty. What? I saw that coach, yeah, he was looking at my booty and licking his lips. I want 25,000. I need $250,000. They know how much this coach getting paid. They know how much he getting paid. Come on now. These people ain't stupid. These women know the process. I'm quite sure this man just didn't have you on a webcam and y'all are talking back and forth. And while y'all talking back and forth, he just pulled out his Johnson. And y'all talking about, and then I want an advocacy, to help women and all that. And he'd be like, oh, yeah, hold on, keep talking. And he just pulls out his Johnson. I just don't think that was the subject of the conversation when that happened. What was the nature of your conversation that led to this man feeling comfortable to blow $80 million to pull out his Johnson and go to work? What was the subject of that conversation? I don't think it was about advocacy. But people like Mel and other black coaches, period, be on alert. Meaning you, Prime. You already know they gunning. Coach Prime is set to get $100 million deal. $100 million evaluation. Because one, unlike Mel Tucker, Prime brings in the ratings. Coach Prime is beating the number one school in ratings. The national champions are not doing the ratings Coach Prime is doing. The ratings was so high, they still calculating the numbers from Saturday night because they blended into Sunday. So those numbers are still being calculated and trying to see how they going to add the numbers up for the days. But that's where they at with it. In case people wanted to know, that's the attitude. That's where everything was aligned to be, laid out in that format. So just for people that wanted to know, I'm disappointed in Mel. I'm disappointed. I feel sad for his wife, his children, and the embarrassment his family got to go through. But this is why, as blacks, we can never ever believe because we got something or we're here, we're safe from prosecution or this type of thing here. I'm not blaming this woman one bit. I blame Mel because Mel should know better. Ain't no Becky with the good hair or the Becky with the horse hair finna come in here and take my goddamn money. That ain't gonna happen. Sorry. Not doing it. So if others want to go this route, that's cool. But this is not gonna be something that's gonna fly. So what people need to understand is that these type of decisions are going to go out in a different way. They're going to be put in a different envelope. Well, other people don't have the inclination of how we view things as people. Translation, there should never be a case in which someone makes an attempt or they feel that they're in a position that they're just like everyone else. It's equal. So I should be able to do what I want to do. I'm not hurting anybody and all that. You have to move accordingly as everything and everybody's a threat to you. It's unfortunate, but you have to. This world is not like that. And people might have the best intentions. You still have to be on alert. Only time you could probably relax is in your house. When you're alone, you go, phew, great. But you have to be guarded. You have to understand your position. You are an $80 million coach. Well, you were an $80 million head coach, black man at a white university. This is D1. And you're telling me that you weren't thinking about this? This is all you should have been thinking about. Now your family's future, your wife, everybody's been thrown to the dogs. They just got a system that would help all these universities grow and get better. Got the transfer portal, and now this is happening. Total disgrace. And don't think it's over. Now that you're fired, this probably end up grounds for her to sue you and get herself some money. Now they got you up out of there. Now they gonna get what they gonna get, a cheap white coach. And you are out in the cold. Meanwhile, this woman's gonna say, my reputation's ruined. I'm getting hate mail. I'm getting everything. She's gonna play victim, and then she's gonna get everything that she's allotted to. I don't believe nothing this woman says, besides the fact that I guess she was like, this is what I want. I'm not getting it. I'm out. And she decided to throw him under the bus. Now, by him saying that this was a consensual thing going on with these two, like she was with it still kind of goes against school principles. So I think that's why he was terminated. I don't think the university kind of believes her either. It's just that it's like, hey, you're doing this. This kind of goes against what we preach here at Michigan State. So for that reason, we're going to have to kind of let you go. So on that note, I'm getting out of here. Thanks to Kwame Brown, Ticket TV, Dreamers Pro, Mondo Black TV. Welcome to HDTV, Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez. I'm out.